Hello! Today I'm coming to you in the late evening and I'm actually gonna be covering one thing that for some might be controversial, as it is mostly my opinion on one of the biggest, well, not the biggest, but one of the most important parts of the game. So the Moon Shadow Forest, or rather referred to as the battlefield, as this is pretty much one of the biggest sources of skystones in the game. It is sort of a must-play content, and the fact is that, in my opinion, the current state of it is pretty horrible, and it will remain pretty horrible for a long time unless some changes are made to the current ranking system. I'm not gonna be addressing the gameplay itself, because for one, I do enjoy the gameplay, and like the idea of having a battle where one can participate via PvP and the other one can participate via gathering skystones is really great, and there's pretty decent balance in my opinion already. However, I've noticed that over the few weeks I've been playing it, people are not simply playing to win, and they're instead playing for kills, which is, in my opinion, not something you should strive for this game mode. And I'll quickly explain why, in my opinion, this is happening. So once you enter the Moon Shadow shop, you can purchase a lot of devilmons here for each rank upgrade, starting with combatant 2, I think. So once you get your 20 kills, you are able to purchase a one-time devilmon. At 50 kills, you can purchase the second one, and you get a one-time devilmon for each ranks until you reach warrior 3 and war hero, which is at 1000 and 2000 kills, and then you can purchase these devilmons monthly. So that means you're getting 2 devilmons per month, which are pretty cheap compared to the monthly what they call victory seal gains you get. You will definitely have a pretty easy time getting 120 per month, so the price is definitely not the problem here. However, the main problem of this mode is the requirements that are currently needed for them. So Warriors 3 and War Hero, so essentially to unlock these Devilmon purchases, as you can see, you cannot buy them unless you have the current rank of Warrior 3, and for the second you will need War Hero. That means to unlock both Devilmons, you do need to have 2000 kills in total. And why is this bad for the game, or the game mode itself, is currently, a lot of people are simply playing for kills with a mindset that as soon as they reach that 1000, 2000 kill mark, they'll simply have an additional Devilmon option unlocked, and they'll be able to stack up their Devilmon stash even higher. Now, where this is a problem is that while playing for kills, you are losing on a lot of potential to actually play the game correctly, in my opinion. So first of all, way less people are gathering skystones than actually going for kills, and in most cases people are simply going for kills even on enemies that do not have any skystones in their stash. I know that kills do give some skystones, however, it is still sort of incentivized to go for kills over skystones just because of this requirement. Whilst if you are a player who focuses on gathering skystones and refining them safely, you actually do not get any progress towards the kill count, meaning even if you play to win and you are trying to contribute to your team, you virtually have no chance of unlocking these ones over the next probably few years of gameplay, actually. Since if you do focus on mostly gathering, you'll try to gather safely. If you see a horde of enemies coming towards you, you'll naturally try to run away towards your team or towards a safe defining spot. Trying to outrun the enemies is another good strategy, as in most cases you can probably waste a good half a minute by just running around and allowing your team to gather skystones and extend their lead that way. However, that ties into the main problem, is that you can run away, and in that time you should be gathering sky stones. However, your team most likely is doing the same idea as the enemy, and they are grouped up and chasing enemy players and trying to gang up on them, or you're having big group battles for like a 5v5, 6v6, like running into the circle and just having a big group fight, seeing who wins there, trying to farm kills. The problem with this is that unfortunately you are losing half of the gameplay aspect of it, because if you solely focus on kills and all teams are simply focusing on kills, uh, of course, the top players, now I do not have anything against that, and I understand that since they do have stronger units in general, they'll be able to get way more kills and unlock the requirements way faster than a lot of free-to-play players or more casual players. However, this ties into it, and you would think that by the time those higher tier players finish up their 2000 kill count, which in my opinion, if you really try playing for kills, you'll be able to do in a good month or two, if you're lucky, sort of. On average, I'd say it will take like 2 to 3 months for the more average but high tier player to reach that mark, and by the time they reach it, I'd say they will start playing a bit more for the win rather than just for kills. However, you would think that the problem will be solved there, but do not forget that once those players start playing to win, the players that did not have the ability to reach those high kill counts will start playing for kills instead, and you get this sort of an endless loop of a certain range of people trying to play solely for kills just to reach that 1000 or 2000 kill requirement to unlock their demons. And now if you keep into account that the stream of new players will be constantly coming in, as I'm sure that COM2US has no intention to simply promote the game at once and then only keep the existing players playing, and they'll for sure be pushing more marketing material once the game, I believe they will start doing it once the game is either close to release globally or already released. That means that a lot more players will be able to enjoy the game on various platforms, and those new players will start trying to go in for those kill marks. So you will get a clash of new players constantly trying to hit that 1000, 2000 kill mark, and there's virtually no way to turn the game into a balanced way of the way it's meant to be played without getting some additional requirements to obtain those devilmons, in my opinion. So for what I would suggest is either, I know like it's hard to find a good balance between these, but in my opinion, unlocking the either the devilmon should be locked behind a different requirement. So, for example, each kill would be worth a certain amount of points, and each amount of, for example, mana you've gained would be worth a certain amount of points as well. And you would need a certain amount of points, of course, way higher than there, to reach a certain rank. So, for example, if a kill is worth like 5 points, 100 defined mana is worth, for example, 1 point. And to reach Warrior 3, you would, for example, need something like 100,000 points instead. That would incentivize playing the game for the win rather than just playing for kills, as in most cases when you play for kills, you're not really trying to play for winning, and instead you're just trying to stack up that kill count. And second of all, it would actually incentivize to play the game it was meant to be played rather than only focusing on one aspect. Because I mean, sure, you have a kill count, but what is the point of gathering mana if all you need is kills to unlock those demons? As you can see, those diamonds do not cost any sky stones. That means that pretty much you can get enough victory seals for both of these purchases by simply just killing and not doing any gathering at all, as you do get a lot of victory seals for kills. You do get a lot of them for either winning or being MVP, which is pretty easy to reach if you do kill a lot. So yeah, just in my opinion, the current state of Battlefield, and especially because of these two items, is pretty sad. Of course, I don't want the developers to remove these two items, since without them, there wouldn't be a lot of rewards to actually play this, and I feel like those devilmons are pretty much half of the incentive to play, the other half being a decent amount of sky stones you get there. And yeah, I hope, I really hope that the developers will look into it. I'm not expecting it to happen soon, but I hope they do realize that the current system is really flawed and it has no way of ending as long as new players will keep coming into the game, meaning that the state of the game will be pretty much a little flawed towards the killing side rather than playing to win. And in for people who are trying to win, it sort of ruins the game a little bit, especially if they are really performing in gathering sky stones and actually have decent strategies to do it. But then, for example, 3 or 4 players on their team are simply playing for kills, and if the full enemy team is playing to win, even if you are really good at gathering sky stones, you simply have really low chances to win a, for example, 5v9 or a 6v9, and that creates a lot more problems with how the matchmaking works. So I'm not even touching the point of where pre-made parties have a huge advantage over just public battles, or the public matchmaking being pretty bad, as the ranks currently get mismatched a lot, and I've seen full teams of knights or even warriors getting matched against full teams of combatants and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm actually interested to hear what you think about this, and I know that I might see a lot of different opinions, especially from people who may be playing more for the win, and the different ones from people who are trying mostly for kills to unlock that, what's it called, warrior and war hero rank to get those diamonds as soon as possible. And yeah, I'm kind of curious to hear what you think about it. I mean, I gave my opinion on it and why currently, in my opinion, Battlefield is very in a very bad state, in my opinion. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, and see you next one.